It's officially butchering day. Our chickens are 6.5 weeks old, and we are ready to butcher them. We've got our setup ready, and we're ready to go. Okay, so I'll just walk you quickly through our setup. We've got a kill cone and a bucket to hopefully catch some of the blood, avoid making a huge mess. We have our scalding water that's right at 150 degrees to loosen the feathers. Here is the plucker to get the feathers off, and then here we have our butchering table. Essentially, we've got a bucket for the guts in one, a bucket for the chicken feet in the other, and then we've got our coolers to once they're all clean, be put in the coolers and cool down.
One thing we learned here after a few chickens is that it's easier to have the chicken breast side towards you as you put it in the kill cone. The chicken just seemed to fit better in the kill cone this way, which made it easier to reach the carotid artery for dispatch. You want to make sure you have a very sharp knife so that you can make a swift, concise cut while dispatching the chicken. For this next step, we learned that both timing and temperature of the water are crucial. You want to make sure that the water stays at a consistent 150 degrees and that you don't leave the chicken in there too long. The best way that we found to do this was after about 15 to 20 seconds of submerging the chicken in the scalding water, we would take it out and gently tug on the feathers. If they weren't loosened, submerge it for another 5 to 10 seconds and then try again. Once the feathers are loosened, you know that it's ready to go into the plucker. One thing to keep in mind is that if the water is over 150 degrees, it can easily split the skin once it's in the plucker. The way that we cleaned them out was to lay them on their back with their head facing away from you. The next step is to carefully cut a slit down by the rectum. Be very careful not to puncture the intestines, as they hold fecal matter, bile, and all manner of nasty stuff you don't want on your chicken meat. From there, you'll reach your hand in up to the top and pull out all the insides, taking care to make sure you get the lungs that are tucked into the rib cage. From there, you'll want to rinse the cavity out and make sure that you have gotten all the insides out. Then make sure that you have all the feathers off on the outside before you put it into the cooler. After they cooled in the ice coolers for about 2 hours, we put them in these shrink wrap bags that we got from Amazon to seal them up. Place the chicken neck side down into the bag. Our bags came with a straw that you put into the cavity and lightly zip tie around. When you place the chicken in the 190-degree water, the bag will shrink and the straw allows the air to escape. This step only takes a few seconds, and once the plastic has shrunk, take the chicken out, remove the straw, and cinch the zip tie tight. We learned a lot as this was our first time raising and butchering meat chickens. All of them were about 4.5 to 5 pounds, and although it was a lot of hard work, it was a very rewarding experience that anybody can do.